رزقا طيبا وعملا متقبلا يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك وعلى طاعتك اللهم أدخلنا جنتك وأجرنا من النار ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين يا رب العالمين. All praise due to Allah Rabbul Alameen for His bounties, for His guidance, for His forgiveness, for His mercy, that He, Allah the Almighty, the Creator, has showered upon all of us since the day we were born until today, and may the blessing of Allah keep on showering upon all of us. Ameen. May Allah Rabbul Alameen put the feeling of mercy into our heart so that we will feel for each other. We always remember each other and pray for each other. We have started our class every Wednesday by reciting certain dua, azkar, that was recommended by our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so that we stay connected with Allah Rabbul Alameen. So may Allah Rabbul Alameen accept all our prayer. On behalf of some of the scholars in China, where we have almost 6 days of meeting over there, we just came back last night, and they conveyed their warm salam to our people here. It's a very interesting discussion. The discussion that we always engage with foreigner before is between the people who believe, the interfaith dialogue. But the one we have is a unique one, is a dialogue between the believers and the non-believer. It's not an interfaith dialogue. It's just a two discussion between those who believe in God and those who don't believe in God. Interfaith is everybody believe in God. Only they have their own belief. Either they're Hindus, they're Christian, they are Buddhists, they are Muslim, and so on. But this is between the one who believe in God and the one who don't believe in God. I believe it was a very fruitful one, because this discussion is the second one and have grown. From before me alone with 6 of them, the 6 scholars from the other side, and me alone. And these, they are more their side, but we have at least 5 of us. 4 the local, me the only one from abroad. It was a very healthy discussion, especially for the PhD students. They are a group of PhD students. They have been appointed to look into Islamic affairs, and that's why I say it was a very fruitful discussion. This is the thing that we like to engage in, because the not yet Muslim, or the non-believer, are very far away from Islam. They always have the idea to feel that as a Muslim, wherever you are, you should know how to adjust yourself. That means if you are staying in a cosmopolitan country, you should change your style. They have that idea. We said Islam is a perfect religion. Islam is here to guide you from the day you were born and until you die. Islam is here to inform us about the past so that you learn from the past, about the present, how to live in this present world, and about your future, your next life. So Islam covers everything. And we said to them that in history you will never come across a man like Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, whose life history is been recorded from the day he started his mission. From the day he wake up early in the morning, he's eating, he's drinking, he's dressing, he's entering into the watch toilet, his relationship with the neighbor, with the children, his friend, with his family, everything in business, you just name it, everything is very detailed and recorded. Why you don't come across any history of any prophet was recorded like Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So he is the best example to be a good husband, a good father, a good leader. I say this is very unique, and that's why we are here to let you know who is this man. And we have shared with that even the non-believers, non-Muslim have agreed. I mean the Orientalists, thinkers, they have agreed. They have agreed that if this man live today, he will be able to solve all the problem that the world is facing. Why? Because this man is a very humble, down-to-earth man, and he have a very simple lifestyle. Innal bazaza minal iman. Indeed, simplicity is part of iman. But it's not easy. But it's not easy. But it's the best. And Alhamdulillah, the ending, most of them was very, very happy. They said they have learned a lot. They have learned a lot. Maybe it's Allah's will for us to get in contact with them and to show them the beauty of Islam. That Islam is not just about believing in God, worshipping Allah, but it's about ibadah, muamalat, munakahat, jinayat. I present that to them, show it to them. They were surprised. They thought Islam just talked about praying. And on my way back, because we travel from here to Guangzhou to another cities, then we went to what you call this area, Shangshan is where the Shaolin Temple is. You can see millions of students there are all martial art. It's a country of the city of Shaolin. Very interesting city. But the experience we have when we on the way back, we transit about 3 hours at Guangzhou airport. Guangzhou is where there are a lot of Muslim businessmen. Then we are in the lounge. We are asking a place for prayer. We found there's one empty room. We said, can we go? They said, no. The manager said, you cannot pray inside this lounge. You want to pray? They give me one sajada. You can pray outside. Anything outside the lounge. Wow. I say, we just take 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And I find a small place there, empty. I just seek your permission. No, it's a policy. I said, this is the first time I travel around the globe. I have this kind of treatment. First time. There are a lot of Muslims in the lounge. I don't know the reason, because I didn't have the chance to meet up with the supervisor. It's the staff. So I said, no, but my wife, she cannot just pray like that. She need a chair. She cannot just go down because her knee is not good. They said, no, we don't have chair for you. I said, there, I'll get a chair from inside. I'll get a chair, and then we pray outside. No. But we never give up. They say, no. I say, it's very strange. Then alhamdulillah, they opened the VIP room. They said to the guy, let them, two of them only go in. After pray, you close. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. I mean, we have to ask for our right. But this is experience, new experiences. Now, when you travel, you be exposed, but you yourself, you still have patience. Now, this is also another thing that I'm going to share with them in the next meeting. Yeah, I'm going to highlight to them, something that you all have to change. If you want to be friendly, you want to open up to the world, you want to be globalized, not localized, you want to be international, not domestic, then you must have that kind of spirit. Malaysians have a very good example. Our spirit, even we acknowledge their holiday. Everybody have their own holiday. And the government acknowledge that. Just an example. But we believe that things is going better, inshallah. We just have a lot of patience. I also want to know why they said no to the Muslim. Maybe sometime I've seen some Muslim passengers will just pray and then they will just sleep there. And they don't like this kind of mess. Sometimes we also are not been, that's why even in Malaysia, they say this musalla, no sleeping in the musalla. We also have warning, no sleeping. Because we are worried that people will misuse the place. But I'm just sharing with all of you about things that happen, and it's also new experiences, inshallah. But we don't give up. We do it nicely with adab. We seek their permission. Even we can just pray one corner and don't seek their permission. But it's not nice. And we want to show them that we Muslim, we have adab. We have certain character, manners to follow. Brothers and sisters, inshallah, as a Muslim, we have been blessed that Allah Rabbul Alameen has sent His Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu to show us how to live and how to die. We will continue with the book on funerals, page 140. Today is page 140, inshallah. 140 under the subtitle Prohibited and Disapproved Acts. When we talk about religion, like I said, I share with them, when we talk about religion, do you understand what is religion? I want all the sisters and brothers to have this understanding. Understanding is important. Because we are confused sometimes. When people ask us about religion, we say our religion is Islam, Christianity, Buddhism. We don't even understand the word religion. So we have a lot of confusion just because of terms, names, words. Now when we talk about religions, in Islam you call Sharia. You know what is Sharia, sisters? Do you understand the word Sharia? What is Sharia? Yeah, the divine law, the Islamic law, heavenly laws. Now when we talk about laws, what are you focusing in? When we talk about laws, brothers, sisters and brothers, what do you talk about? Alhamdulillah. Remember that term, do's and don't. That's all. That is the Sharia. The Sharia here is to guide you and show you what to do for your own good, for your own benefit, and what not to do. And also is for your own good and for your own benefit. Anything to do with do and don't is called Sharia, that is called Shara. Hukum Shara, they call Hukum Shara. And we still remember there are 7 terms when you talk about the hukum in Islam. Remember? What is that? Six them, not 7. Halal, haram. Makruh, mubah, harus. Then wajib. Then come on. Yeah, you can say mustahab is sunnah. Yeah. You got some that is called sunnah, some is called wajib, some is halal, haram, and mubah and makruh. Now, when you come to janazah, also there are the do's and the don't. Along the janazah trip to its final destination, meaning when somebody passes away and we have to carry them to the graveyard. People, Muslim, must stay away by all action or practices conflicting or against with the Shara. Because we are Muslim. People who are not yet Muslim, they have their own way. No problem. But we Muslim, we have our own way. Now this is very important. As much as possible, of course, sometimes you cannot just ignore everything. Sometimes you're caught in the situation that sometimes you're forced to follow certain ruling. They should also try to avoid acts that are disapproved in the Shara. Anything that do not go against the Shara, you are welcome. Like I share with the non-believers, Islam is so practical. It's not a religion that say no, 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 no. There's so many yes, 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 yes. There's very little no. Among the animal that you cannot eat is only the clear sign is khinzir. The clear one. The other, the Prophet did say any animals that prey with their fangs and their claws. Oh, you can't. Now let us look into this topic first. Wailing and fire. Can you mourn for a disease? Can you feel sorrow? Express your sadness? Yes. There's nothing wrong. Now it is prohibited, haram, to accompany a janazah with loud voices, sounds, or music. We know some culture, they have music. And the music is also a very sorrow kind of music. They don't have hard rock music to send a janazah, a very, I forgot last time I remember. I used to follow some family members. They have their own way of preparing their own music. Who Allah have blessed him with a lot of knowledge, that he memorized a lot of the saying of the Prophet ﷺ, because the Prophet, one class to another class, we have forgot so many things. Fire. Not say you cannot cry, shed tears. Shed tears is allowed. The Prophet never forbid. But people who start to raise up their there's nothing. Honor. He, the Creator, we believe. Prophet ﷺ said this. La tattabi'ul jannah. Exposed to all these things. Ibn Umar radiallahu anhuma reported, again Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam prohibited. When Prophet received the message of Allah, and when he was appointed to be Allah's messenger, the first one that he invite them to become Muslim is his closest family, the wife. Khadija was not a believer. When the Prophet Muhammad be appointed, then he conveyed the message to the wife, and the wife became a Muslim. And then he talked to his best and the closest friend, Abu Bakr. Abu Bakr became a Muslim. And he went back to meet up his cousin brother, who is also very close and very young, Ali, and Ali became Muslim. So all of them are coming to Islam new. We are, majority of us, we are born Muslim. But when Islam started, all of them are not yet Muslim. Then Allah opened their heart and they accept Islam. For those who just accept Islam and they are not that faithful, their iman is not strong yet. So certain culture that they have been adopting before, they continue. So that's why the Prophet said, no, now, stop. You were doing that before, now you don't do it. Abu Burda rahimallahu reported when Abu Musa radiallahu anhu was at the verge of death, he said, when you take my janazah, this is reported from the Tabi'in about what the Sahaba said. When you take my janazah, when you are carrying my janazah, walk fast. Do not follow me with an incense burner. No, incense burner. Do not put in my grave anything that will separate me from the earth. They want that the body to be direct contact with the earth, so that it will decay faster. And do not build anything over my grave. No building. It's a graveyard. Especially to the Muslim today, graveyard is not your property, it's a waqaf land. It's not your property. You don't have to have right to build borders. That's why a waqaf land normally, you cannot have borders, you cannot have walls. Why? Because it's a waqaf. If your private property, then it's different. You can have your privacy. But it depends how you look into the waqaf title. Of course, this kind of thing you have to go deeper. Also, be my witnesses that I disown anyone who shave, will or tear up her clothes. Why they use the word her clothes? Because women are very, very emotional compared with men. Men are tougher in that area. But then, the woman in the time of the Prophet, after hearing all this saying, after what the Prophet have informed them, they become very strong. They are ready to accept the qadar. I mean, when they are not yet Muslim, that's how they will behave. Well, when they become Muslim, they change. But the Prophet have to be very strong. Don't be like the disbeliever. The disbeliever have their own way, own style. Lakum dinukum waliyadin. Remember, brothers and sisters, we have been reciting this ayah. Majority of us memorize this surah. Qul ya ayyuhal kafirun la a'budu ma ta'budu. We know the meaning, but the ending is beautiful. Lakum dinukum waliyadin. Allah make it very clear. You remember, deen is what? Deen is religion. The do and don't. They have their do and don'ts. We have our do and don'ts. Neither they will follow you. If they don't follow you, why must you follow them? Now the problem today is we tend to be so apologetic that we like to follow people. Okay, to please you, no problem. Do you think by pleasing people is good? Not every time. Yeah, sometimes, yes. It's like, when we have this meeting is being held in a very special area. Yeah. And for special security. This is how special it is. And they have a team of people looking into all our needs. And food must be halal. But they love to serve dishes after dishes. All is around big table. They like to please the guests. But I always keep on reminding, I hope that you all can downsize the meal. Chinese meal, Chinese meal. If the table is big, as big as the table, that's how the dish will come. All the dishes will keep on coming in. Allahu Akbar. I said we love food, but we don't eat a lot. We like to taste food here and there. Alhamdulillah. We love food. All of us love foods. Alhamdulillah. But alhamdulillah, we should please people, but we try our best not to displease Allah. By wasting a lot of things also is displeasing Allah. Mumbazzirin kanu ikhwani shayatin. Doing things excessively is a waste. Yeah. To burn incense in the wrong place is a waste. You want to burn at home. Make your room feel good, smell good. It's okay. But not when you are accompany a janazah, or whether in the grave. You don't do that anymore. Of course, we love to see the body intact, stay in a container if possible. The coffin, solid coffin, so that nothing will harm the body. No. From dust we came, and to dust we return. So the Prophet loved that you bury a Muslim, you have their body contact with the earth, a direct contact. That's why the lahat, that's why the Prophet used the word lahat. Lahat means it's like a drawer. You dig a hole and then you dig one drawer. When the body is in, you push it into that and then you cover the earth. So the body is in contact directly with the earth. Liang lahat. The lahat is there. But look at the saying of Abu Musa. He said, be my witness, be my witnesses, whoever is there, when he was saying to them, that I disown anyone who shave. Why he used the word shave? Because people do that thing. They mourn by shaving their hair, wailing, or tear up her clothes. The lady just feels so emotional, they just can't accept the fact that their loved one is gone. They'll hit their head sometime on the wall and they will tear their clothes. The Prophet said, no more. Now this is a thing that may happen to all of us sometime. So we must know how to control the situation. For the people who are still having this kind of emotional, uncontrolled emotional feeling, you have to hold them and bring them far. Don't let them disturb the whole funeral. Keep them in one area. Talk to them. You know, the Prophet did say in Sahih Bukhari, Innal mayyita la yu'azzibu bi bukai ahlihi alayh. The Prophet warned us, he said, remember, the deceased will be punished in the grave. He will be punished because of the wailing of the family. Now, when Abu Musa said this, if any of the family member who ever do that after he passed away, he will not be responsible. There's no sin upon him anymore, because he have warned them. If they do, they will carry their own sin, not Abu Musa. Now the hadith that the Prophet said, the deceased will be punished in the grave because of the wailing of the family member who is alive, is only applied for those who know that this have happened and they never warn their family. You know this thing happened, so you, before thing happen to you, you warn them, if I die, don't do this, A, B, C, D. And if they do it, you will not be questioned. But if you don't say anything, they continue the wrongdoing, you will be punished because you allowed that thing to happen. That's how Islam looked at reality. Amal ma'ruf nahi munkar is our responsibility. We have witnesses, the person who died in the family member, one have died earlier, and this happened, and you did not warn your family member, don't do it. If I die, I don't want A, B, C, D, I don't want all this nonsense. Why we do that? Because we want to please Allah. Because we are Muslim, we have our own way of handling a janazah. We don't follow others. He was asked, did you hear anything in this regard? That means Abu Musa was asked, did you hear anything from the Prophet about this ruling? He replied, yes, I heard it from Allah's messenger. The Prophet himself had forbid this. Amr bin al-As commanded, when I die, let no lamenter or fire accompany me. That means you have the right to cry. There's nothing but under control, shed tears. Look at life, brothers and sisters. It begins with what? Life start with what? Life start with, those, when we see a newborn child, what happened to us? Happiness, laughter, and joy, yeah? A lot of joy. But life will end with what? Tears. It's common. I was talking to the chief delegates for this meeting. Alhamdulillah, when we are talking for a while, she closed her eye. She said, tell me, how can I feel? How can I get connected with the spiritual world? I say a few words, she started to cry. And then the man came. Her colleague came in. What happened? I also don't know. I'm feeling something very strange. I said, this is important, reflection. I relate life with our mother first, who loved us so much, who cared for us, who suffered for us. Yeah. And Allah loves us more. He give life, He give the eye, He give the ear, everything. I'll just try to relate how the love of your mother towards you, you remember? I don't think we remember because we are big now. It's like I said, how do you feel if you are traveling and you hardly have time to see your mother, and you have a smartphone, you are so smart, you give them a call. Mommy, you have your breakfast already? Mommy, you have lunch already? How do your mother feel? Being a mother, most of us, you know how you will feel. You feel so peaceful. I say, you must stay connected with them. You must stay connected with God. Who created your mother? Who created all of us? Who provided for all of us? But we keep on ignoring them. We are not thankful. We are not grateful. But mother is mother. If you are not grateful, but they always think of you. When they eat, they think of you. But we don't even check with our mother, ask her. That is mother. Now Allah, how disobedient we are, He still provide for us. He still let us see the world. Hear all the sound is around us. He can punish us. Our mother prayer is very powerful. When you hurt so much, but their love, overcome their anger. You remember the history about a man who is going to die, and he was suffering just because the mother have cursed him. The mother don't forgive the sin that he have done towards the mother. The time the mother need him, he was not there for her. He have no time for the mother. It hurt the mother so much that the mother said, I will not forgive you. And when Sakaratul Maut, he just cannot go back to Allah. Because the mother had cursed him. I want you to suffer. And that's why he suffered. So the companion looked for our Prophet, called the Prophet, please help him. We don't know what happened to this brother. He's suffering and he just cannot die yet. It's Allah Qadar. When the Prophet came and Prophet saw and Prophet knew something is very wrong with his relationship, the Prophet called for his mother. The mother do not want to come at all, don't want to see him. Like sometimes we have no time for our mother when they are so sick. We are so busy. The mother don't want to come. So the Prophet was thinking, how can I make the mother feel for the son now? When the son had been hurting the mother, he commanded the companion to collect what? Dry woods, branches of the tree, and gather. He wanted to burn the body alive. When the mother came to know that, the mother said, no, that is the mother. Allahu Akbar. Mother have that rahim. Yeah. When I die, Amr bin al-As commanded, let no lamenter or fire accompany me. Even at night, you don't bring torch. Inshallah, the moonlight, the starlight is sufficient. Yeah. But if too dark, then you do what is possible at that time. But it's not something for you to display, with all the torches. No, you don't do that. That's why we don't play with fire. Where other people, lakum dinukum waliyadin. You know that there are three types of people: Yahud, Nasara, Majus. Remember Majusi? The Majus are people who play with fire. Either you use this fire or that fire, as long as fire. Now the fire come with what? With sound. They call firecrackers. We don't use that. You love your children, don't buy all this. You know, I think the government have warned us, but we still hope that the reinforcement is there. That's been given, but people don't learn. You just have to reinforce. Yeah. Abu Hurairah commanded again, when I die, do not erect a tent over me, nor follow me with a burner of incense. No building, anything. Yeah. Other sounds. Yeah, we love to have sounds. The most popular movie before, The Sound of Music. Yeah. All other sounds are prohibited with the janaza procession. These included A. Playing funeral music, especially for the death of state or army figures, as is done in some Muslim countries in imitation of the disbeliever. Like what we say, they have their way. Then, lakum dinukum wali, we never stop them. That is what you believe. But we also have our way. Now, if you try to follow them, then where do you stand with this ayah? Lakum dinukum waliyadin. Oh, we have to please them to displease Allah? No. We can please everybody as long we are not displeasing Allah. No problem. No problem at all. Now this is indeed a great act of disobedience to Allah and disrespect to both the dead and the living. Now, the living is we as family member. When this thing is going to happen to our loved one, we will tell them, please, we don't want this. You have to say something. Because in our culture today, they have this kind of grouping around. For team A or team B or classes, different classes of people. For this class of people, this is a kind of arrangement. Another class, this is another arrangement. We know this thing is happening. It's happening in front of our eyes today. But what can we do, brother and sister? We just say no. But if we say no, they still do it. It's not our fault now. We have no sin. Say that they use force. It's not a sin for us anymore. It is their sins. Number 2, raising the voice with dhikr while following the janazah is also not been taught by our Prophet ﷺ. It is a time of reflection. When you are following the janazah, you reflect. How powerful this guy is gone. How rich, gone. How strong, gone. And who are we? We are the next. That's why when you visit the graveyard, what do you say? Assalamu alaikum ya ahla diyar mina muslimin wal mu'minin wa inna insha'Allah bikum lahiqun. Peace of Allah be upon all of you, Muslim, male and female. believers, the people who are staying in the world of the grave, we were going to follow suit. We are reminding ourselves, we also will have to come to this place. So there's no kind of zikr, recitation of anything at all, just silent. Yeah. If you want to go for a wedding, you can have some sound, no problem. Horn, dang, 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 no problem. To say that I'm coming, I'm getting closer and closer. But funeral, you don't do that. Yeah. It's not a happy occasion. Yeah. Reported by Qais bin Ubad, the Prophet ﷺ companions, the Sahaba, hated raising the voices while following the funeral. Now this action also is an imitation to others who accompany their funeral with long and sad recitation of verses from whatever book that they believe. Everybody have their own mantra, you know. C. Raising the voice with recitation of our book, the Holy Quran, often using loudspeaker in the street and over minarets, also is not been taught by our Prophet. The best example for all of us today is look at this holy land, Mecca and Medina, where 100% are Muslim. You never heard them through the minarets, loudspeaker reciting Quran. Even though 100% Muslim, the only thing that you hear is azan. And sometimes we like to do all these things. The country I just came back, they have a lot of masajid too at certain states. And you know the masjid, normally we have minarets. That the minaret is not for azan. It's not for azan. If they want minaret, they will ask, why do you want a minaret? If you call, cannot. Because the azan cannot go out, just inside. But if you still want to have a minaret, you must use another reason. We will use the reason, the minaret is for the sighting of the moon. Then it's okay. When you sight the moon, you got to stay somewhere high. That's why even in Malaysia, the spot where they go and sight for the moon, to identify when Ramadan want to start, when Eid, you have to go to the highland at a certain point and then wait for the report back. You know, yep, we sight the moon, the hilal. Yes. So sometimes, if you want the same kind of structure, you must give a wise reason. Then you can still build. Maybe one day, when the time comes, then the call of azan. It's just like in the time of the Prophet in Mecca. In Mecca, the call of azan. There's no call of azan in Mecca at that time, because there's no Jama'ah prayer. There's no Jum'at until the Prophet migrate. There are prayer, but no Jum'at prayer. And if you go to Mecca today, Mount of Qubays, where the government, the palace is next to Haram, there is the Mount of Qubays where Bilal used to call Azan, and Maktum, the blind man, in a high area, so that the voice of Azan was spread further to remind the people the time of prayer is in now. Now, raising the voice with recitation of the Quran, often using loudspeaker in the streets and over minarets, is not following the Sunnah. Imam An-Nawawi, one of the great scholars of Imam Shafi'i, know well that the correct and acceptable approach is that which followed by the Salaf, to walk silently with a janazah. The voices may not be raised even with reciting Quran or making zikr. You may make zikr, you want to recite Quran by yourself, no problem. As a reminder, you can say, وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ وَالنَّقْصِ مِنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنفُسِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ الَّذِينَ إِذَا أَصَابَتْهُمْ مُصِيبَةٌ قَالُوا إِنَّ لِلَّهِ وَإِنَّا إِلَيْهِ رَاجِعُونَ أُولَئِكَ عَلَيْهِمْ صَلَوَاتٌ مِّن رَبِّهِمْ وَرَحْمَةٌ. Any ayat you want to remind yourself while following the janazah, you can, but you don't recite aloud. The wisdom behind that is obvious. It allows one thoughts to be composed and enable them to ponder over matters related to the death, to the janazah, which is required in that situation. When death is there, everybody must start to think, reflect. Have he prepared? If he have prepared, alhamdulillah, a good ending. How about you? How about you? Are you prepared? Have you been praying? Alhamdulillah, the one who passed away, he passed away after he finished his prayer. But you, have you been praying? Not yet. When are you going to start? Alhamdulillah, he has been fasting. Have you been fasting? All this is something to reflect, to ponder, to prepare ourselves. It's a reminder. This is the truth. So do not mislead by the numerous people who deviate from it. Don't get carried away with what people say, what the tradition wants us to do, because we are Muslim, we live as a Muslim, we die as a Muslim. Tradition have no value. Not even one question will be asked by Allah about your tradition. The only thing Allah will ask, Ma Rabbuk, Man Nabiyuk, or Ma Dinuk. About your religion, not your tradition. About your God, who you believe in. About who is your prophet. That will be asked. As Abu Ali al-Fudail bin Iyad said, this is one of the tabi'in, adhere to the ways of guidance, those who are guided, who always ask Allah, Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Oh Allah, guide us all. And Allah has shown us. وَأَنَّ هَذَا صِرَاطِي مُسْتَقِيمًا فَاتَّبِعُوهُ وَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا السُّبُلَ. This is my way that you have been asking, the way of Islam. I have shown you through my messenger, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Just follow him and don't follow other ways. And do not be beguiled by the small number of people on them. Don't worry about whether you are minority or not. Don't worry to be a stranger among yourself. Because the Prophet said, Innal Islam badal ghariban, fasayaudu ghariban kama bada, fatubu lil ghuraba. Islam came as a stranger, and it will return as a stranger. Be among the stranger. If you want to be a stranger, if you are following the right teaching of Islam, and people consider you a minority, you are strange, let them say. As long as you are doing what Allah and the Prophet want you to do. لا يخافون اللون اللائم. Don't be afraid of what people want to say about us. And beware of the way of misguidance, and do not be by the large number of people falling to destruction. Don't be carried away. Be attracted by the majority. When we die, none of these people were there to help you. You think the question and answer, when the angel come and answer, somebody will come and tell you? No way. Even they can put a speaker, a tape recorder. Maybe they put a very lasting battery for 1 month, and the recorder keep on playing. Ma rabbuka Allah Rabbi, man nabiyuka Muhammad sallallahu, ma dinuka al-Islamu dini. Do you think they can help you? No. It's not you who are answering, it's your deeds that is helping you. There's no more nafs, no more desire. Yeah. It is your deeds. Some report in this meaning have been related to us in Sunnah al-Bayhaqi. As for the ignorant people's action in Damascus, Syria, and elsewhere, they started not here actually, it started also from the Middle East. A lot of Jahiliyyah, pagan kind of practice also start from there. Once upon a time they are pagan Jahiliyyah, and Islam changed them, shaped them to become the righteous one. And because of that, brother and sister, can you imagine at that time the most powerful nation, Persia and Rome, with all their weapons, with all their what you call their wealth, and also with all the power they have, they built castle. In the time of our Prophet, most of the building is from clay and also from wood, like Masjid Nabawi. Yeah, the pillars is from the palm tree. The roof also is from the palm leaf. And there's no cement, it's sand. Simple building. This powerful empire, Rome and Persia, known to history. And this group of people who are pagans because of Islam, Rome and Persia, two great empires just collapsed. Because of what? Is God the Arab are more powerful? They have nothing compared with the Rome and Persia. They have nothing to compare. Might. They have nothing to show. But how this nation known as pagan suddenly can conquer Rome and Persia is because they become so righteous. They are so united. They are there to help the weak and the poor. They go down to the grassroots. They move with the grassroots. They never oppress anybody. They do not exploit anybody. They build out human. They build their country. They force the human to act like slave. Islam is here to free the slave and build the human. Human development. And slowly, Allah give them izzah. Qulillahumma malik al-mulk tu'til mulka man tasha wa tanzi'u mulka mimman tasha wa tu'izzu man tasha wa tuzillu man tasha. Said, O Muhammad, to them, all the kingdom belong to me, Almighty Allah, the Creator. I give the kingdom to whoever I please. I give power to whoever I like. And I will take it back from whoever I like. I will honor, I will glory those who glorified me. And I will humiliate anyone whom ignore me. So we have been honored. The Islamic, I would say the glory of Islam is because the Muslims are so faithful to Allah. They are praising Allah. They follow what Allah wants them to do. They are very just. They are fair. They love each other. They help the weak. They help the poor. Yeah. They honor the woman. You know, that time the woman have no right at all. Islam said, no, women have rights. Allahu Akbar. Reciting Quran over a janazah, extending the voice and changing the way it should be recited. It is all an animals prohibited. I have explained, the author, and also in the Sunan al-Bahayqi, the scholars say, I have explained it, its ugliness and grave prohibition, as well as the great crime of those who do not prevent it when you have the power to do so, despite their ability to do so. In this book, The Ethic of Recitation, very from Allah we seek help. This is what the author trying to remind those who read this book. There's a lot of reference to guide us. For those who have the power in general, brothers and sisters, how can we reinforce the Islamic ethic when janazah is concerned? How can we do that? We learn something now. How can we make sure we can reinforce and implement the Islamic ethic when a decease, a funeral happen? How? Yeah. The best way, inshallah, wasiat. Call your family one day, sit down, write it down. It's my wasiat. If all our family have learned the Quran Sunnah, alhamdulillah, they know what to do. But now we are learning. How many of us whose husband is learning? Even you want to organize for your husband by having an ustad going to their house. After that, it ends up between you and the ustad. Husband is always busy. Even you bring a teacher in the house, he will go out from the house. Because he's busy. He's a busy man. So the best thing, when you have time, when you have a good dinner, on and off, what have you learned? You sit down, you call somebody who's a good writer among the family members, your son or your daughter, a keeper, please write 1, 2, 3. Then you read, everything okay? You sign. And you want to have witnesses, so that if anything happen, this is what is her wasiat. If whoever do not reinforce that, he or she will be blamed. You are safe from this fitna. So the best thing, when somebody in the member pass away and you have the wasiat, read the wasiat loudly. Family members, this is what the wasiat from our loved one, brothers, sister, father or mother. This is what his or her wasiat, and this is what we want to do. Khalas. That will be the easiest way. May Allah Rabbul Alameen make it easy for all of us, brothers and sisters. I know sometimes how you feel, even when I'm talking to you. I know the difficulty that you may face. Yeah, because the spirit of familyhood in Islam is very weak today. When it comes to religious matter, you with your knowledge, with your ustaz, with your class. What can you do? You have that kind of attitude today. Even our children also, sometimes they don't follow. So it's difficult. We know. This is our trial. That's why Allah said, "Ku anfusakum wa ahlikum nara." Save yourself, and we are saving ourselves, alhamdulillah, and your family. That part is still struggling. Is still struggling, but we don't give up. And the best time is when they are around. Read. Yeah. Inshallah. Now we open for Q&A. Fatafaddal. Any question from the sisters? Faddal. Yeah. Use the mic so that we can hear you.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Just now you said kun anfusakum nara. Is it right? Kun anfusakum nara. Is it? That means.
Ku anfusakum. Ku anfusakum wa ahlikum nara.
That means clean ourselves as well as our family.
Save yourself and save your family.
Okay. Thank you.
Next question from the Jamal. We have 2 Wednesday here. We were off for 2 weeks here. Yeah. Father. Alhamdulillah.
As we know, we shouldn't erect any
graveyard.
On the grave itself. But it's so strange when I went to the graveyard. I see it's so beautiful, 2 stories, 3 stories, even now. So how is the hukum? I really don't understand. We know it, and we still do it.
Yeah.
So hukum dia macam mana?
Yeah, we are not following Islam. That's how it goes. We are following our own desire, our own feeling, our own liking. That's what happened to all of us. Now, the mistake done is what? The caretaker are non-scholars.
They are also making money out of all
that's
that.
why everything been commercialized. Everything is business. The immediate somebody dies, some businessman is ready. What kind of grasses you want? What kind of stone do you want? What kind of marble do you want? Wow. You know, but that's what I'm saying. We are going back to the paganist kind of practices now. If you have the power to do that, you still feel you have the authority, why not? My brother graveyard is here. Few graveyard family member is here. But alhamdulillah, because all the family members are aware of the hukum, we said no. That's all. It's up to us. You see, in the Middle East, the caretaker of the graveyard, they are scholars. If you enter the graveyard compound, you bring any nonsense, they will just stop you, take it away. If you start to open a book, Quran, they will just come and grab the Quran. This is not the place for you to recite the Quran. Reciting Quran is very good, but this is not the place. Do what the Prophet wants us. The Prophet have guided us from living the day you were born, how to do akikah, when to do akikah, how do you name your newborn baby, yeah, what is the shaving of the hair, the tahniq, everything is been taught. How can we be so misguided? I don't understand. When the Prophet have laid out everything about death, what is going to happen, how to wash the body, how to cover the body, how to perform the prayer, how to carry the janazah, how to bury it, everything is being taught. And how can we be confused? Yeah. May Allah guide us. Query. You can get it from the book here. Yeah, in this book you can have. The grave, you look at the index about what to recite when you visit the graveyard. Yes, you can memorize that. Again, it's not recommended at all. I know we all have good thoughts, but the Quran was revealed for the living, not for the dead. What the Prophet also said, Istaghfiru li akhikum, make prayer, may Allah forgive your fellow brother or sister who passed away. That is what the Prophet command. Make prayer for forgiveness, not any other recitation. Yeah. And the last question from the sisters now. Fadal.
Assalamualaikum, Ustaz.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
You said that every baby is born.
I can't hear you.
So every baby is born a Muslim.
Every baby is born fitrah, yes.
Fitrah, innate nature to worship something, to submit. So what do we tell the not yet Muslims? That every baby is born a Muslim, or better for every baby is born on that fitrah, wanting to worship something?
It's better to use the word fitrah.
Better fitrah, not Muslim.
Use the word that the Prophet used.
Okay.
Kullu mawlid yulad ala fitrah.
Okay.
Yeah?
Jazakallah khair.
That would be better, inshallah. Last question from the brother side. Alhamdulillah, for those who have been here among the brothers, it's also Allah's blessing. Even though the class is started only for female, for sisters, because it's a working days, yeah, and morning, but later on brothers is joining in, alhamdulillah, because every knowledge is for everybody. Yeah, so may Allah make it easy for all of us to remember what we have learned and try our best to plan for our future. This is our planning, what to do. Yeah. If you really do not know how to plan yet, when you are free, you just call us. When we are around, just come in, and then we will go through, and then you go home again and get it done properly and endorse it among the family members. Sisters, before we end, you know that this coming weekend will be a very busy weekend for us. We have the KUC Khair Ummah Conference held in the Intercontinental Hotel KL, just opposite Ampang Park. So we hope that all of you can also join us. The conference will start on Sunday morning. So the morning class here is off, yeah? And until Monday noon. Yeah. We have our team who have been working very closely, very hard, to organize this first ASEAN event for Khairul Ummah Conference. Yeah. May Allah make it easy for all of us, and we hope we will benefit something from there. And from then, this conference is going to rotate to other neighbor countries because it's an ASEAN level. So we hope that Allah give us the energy to follow up, to strengthen the Muslim relationship between ASEAN country. And we believe that if a country, if the Muslim want to feel the glory of Islam, we have to join force between scholars and leaders. Then a lot of good things can happen for the Ummah. What is happening today is politicians are very active, but scholars are not moving side by side with them. So then politicians may make a lot of mistakes that scholars have to correct them and have to deal with the mess, the public. So we hope that inshallah, may Allah make it easy for all of us, and pray for us, pray for the brothers and sisters in our neighbor country, China. That may Allah give us back the glory of Islam. Amin. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.